Yeah.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Who's the most important asset at WM?
Employees.
Okay.
Trucks.
Ken, a commercial driver, was excited earlier this week to see that a new account was added to his route. When he arrived later that morning, we opened the enclosure to the new stop and realized that the gate was difficult to open and impossible to pin open properly to service. It wasn't windy that day. It's a test run. It wasn't windy that day, so he serviced the customer in the post-trip lane. In the post-trip lane, let his RM Joe know that the situation. As he's talking to Joe and explaining the situation, he sees Joe pull out a pad of paper and write the customer's name down. Joe asks Ken if there are any other concern with the stops and commits to doing a site visit the following day. The next day, the site is short-staffed due to a call-in, and there were 2 customer complaints that Joe had to follow up on. So if you did it, what was the answer to what Joe did?
He didn't go out there and do it because he got busy in the day and there was a mishap.
Okay, how do you know that? Was that from listening to this being read, or do you know for sure? How would you know that he did not get back to that customer?
When you don't for a fact, there's something stated in there that he never did.
Okay, so how would you find out if he got back to the customer?
Yeah, asking him.
Okay. Okay. So if in fact Joe did not get back out to that customer, what other steps should have been taken?
You should have at least called him
Okay.
and let the driver know.
And then given what else should Joe have let the customer and the driver know about commitment to taking a site visit? If you couldn't get there the day he promised, what should he have done?
Reschedule.
Yeah.
Okay. Then who should he have given that next commitment to?
Customer and the driver. Driver. That's one that really matters.
Doesn't matter to the customer?
Well, it matters to the customer, but it matters more to the driver because it doesn't affect the customer. The driver's going to go there and pick up the trash and garbage. It's just going to be harder.
Okay, for the sake of argument, I'll play that game. But when you say it doesn't matter to the customer, what if that customer is waiting for that site visit? Say the driver had told the customer, my RM Joe is going to show up here.
You're messing with the hypothetical. We don't know. You're not giving us any information.
So does it matter to you when I say I'm going to show up at the landfill and I don't show up?
It's pretty much par for
Be
the
honest.
course.
Just be honest. Does it matter to you?
I'm surprised. Yeah, it matters to me.
Okay, so are you a customer of this company? You know where I'm going with this, Bob.
Yeah.
Okay. So it does matter to the customer. Who else would we notify to let know that our schedule had changed? Because by now this has been called in. So who else would we let know?
To dispatch.
Customer should. All right. Have a great and safe day.